is Miss Bear, and this is my software blog platform project. And we'll be going through some test specifications as well about the unregistered user, registered user, and the admin user. So, currently, the first unregistered user test one is about creating an account. So, a user is able to click the register and input unique username and email and password, and making sure that the password confirmation matches to the password set at first. And then once they've agreed, it allows them to store the account onto the database. I'll also be showing in this case as well the test 2 of the unregistered user about failure to create an account, where the user tries to click register, but one of the required fields is returned to say that this needs to be fulfilled. So if it's not, then the account won't be registered. So if we go back to the page and we click register to log in, to create an account. Let's say we create this username, and then we put in an email address, and then we can try to make the passwords unmatched first, so that we can make sure that the message is received to say that it is a required field needs to be carried out first. So if we register, but then we're prompted as well to make sure that this box is ticked, so it is a required field which is expected. So once we tick that and then register, we are able to receive a message to say that the password doesn't match. So if we retry with the same details but making sure that the passwords match, and then remembering to tick this box and then register, then we get a message to say that we're registered successfully. So if we go back to the test specification, we have passed the expectation of it. Now, with the same login we've just registered and created into the database, what we're going to do now is the unregistered test 3. We're going to try and log into the account, but we'll be prompted about the details being inputted incorrectly, and so a message will pop up to say that the details are incorrect, and we'll make sure that a message is given. So if we go into login and use the same details, let's just put in the wrong username and then pop in the password and login, then we get the message to say that the user doesn't exist. So if we put in the correct details, we're into the account, because in the account we can see that the header changes. For example, we have the username, and then we have some other option buttons, and then we can still see the post from other users, and we can see categories as well, in which a unregistered user can see, but there are more features that a registered user can do. So if we go back to the test specification, it has passed the expectation since it prompted the message. Right, so now with the unregistered user, test 4, they're able to view other users' posts. However, they're not able to view the full post without logging in. So the expectation is that when you click on the create post, it gets you redirected to the register page to make sure that you've got an account set. If you have got an account set, then you can also have the option to log in. So let's say we're not in an account anymore, so we're an unregistered user since the buttons at the top have changed, and we click the create post icon, and then we're redirected to the registration page, in which it did do the expectations, so it passed. However, what we can do is, let's say the unregistered user already has an account, they can always log in with this tab right here, and they can log in with the login page. So the next registered test specification is where the user signs into the account. So we did see this as we've already signed into the account that we've already made, since we did the failure to log into the account where we got a prompted message to say about the passwords not matching. And then for the sign in to the account, we're making sure, we made sure that the username and password were in the text fields, and it allowed us to log into the account as we saw the welcome, then the username. So we can do that once again, and then perfect, we can see the username, making sure that we're in the right account. So if we go back to the test specification for the registered test specification as number 7, so where the registered user is able to view other users' posts by clicking the view full post on the home page, and it successfully allows them to view other users' post so in full, in which a unregistered user wasn't able to do. So let's say we view this post from a other different user, and then we're able to look at what they've created in full, so we can also see that it was posted by a different user in which it doesn't match, since it was already where I already created that account and where I added some posts so that we could see the other user's post. So when we log into that account, we can't see that user's post on the home page. So the home page is only generated where other users' posts show up on the page. So if we go into the next test specification for the registered user, the registered user is unable to upload a post. So as we would be able to upload a post, let's say it's a situation where the site malfunctions, there is a error message implemented into the code to say that if it doesn't go through, then they are to refresh the page or try to fill out the description, making sure that they're all carried out. If we go on to the registered test specification about a user being able to edit their post, so the user can click on the edit post icon on their account page to edit their post, and they should be able to update it and edit it and have the option to return to their account. So if we go to the user's account, and let's say we create a post, let's say traveling, and then we pop it in the travel, and we'll keep it short and sweet, and then we can see that the post has been updated. But let's say we want to view the post on our account, so we can click on the icon there, and then we have the post that we've just created on the page with the edit icon there. So when we click that edit icon, we can edit the post now, as the title here has changed to edit post, as before was create a new post. So we can say we're traveling to space, and then we'll just add, and then we'll more description, and then we'll just change to fitness just to make sure that it's definitely updating. So we update the post, and then we can see that it's changed here, and then we can also go back to the account, and then it's also changed onto the account. So now if we go to the next test specification about the registered user, where the user is able to remove posts. So when they click the remove icon, so what we can see today is the delete icon here, they should be able to remove the post and no longer see it on their page when they go back to their account. So if we use the post that we've just created and delete it, we get a message to say that the post has been deleted. So if we want to make sure that when we go to the account the post is fully removed, is we can just click that icon, and then you get a message to say no post found, which is passing the test specification expectations to say that it did fully carry out. So if we move on to the next test specification about the registered user being unable to remove the post. So let's say that the user tries to remove the post and it doesn't remove. Let's say they don't click the icon properly, or that they didn't click it properly, and they're displayed with a message to say that they didn't click it, but that's when only malfunctions happen. So let's say the site goes down for it, then something like that would be prompted to happen. With the next test specification about the registered user, the user is able to report other users' posts, and a user can report posts. When they report it, they use the report button, and then they'll be notified that their report was submitted. So the expectation is to make sure that the post report is sent through. So if we go back to the home page and just view a post, and then we have the report button at the top, so we can just report the button, and then we can just put anything in to say don't like it, and then we can submit the report, and then we get a message to say that the report's been submitted successfully, which does pass the test specification expectations yet again. So if we go back to the test specifications, if we move on over to the admin user, so with the admin user, the login page is different compared to a registered user page. Reason being is that an admin user is maintaining the platform. So admin users can put their username and password into the admin login page and then redirect it to the admin dashboard. So if we just sign out of this account, and as we can see here, it says admin, so admin login. If we just click that, and then we'll get the admin login page. So I've already set admin login details in my database, since I don't want users to be able to create an account just freely. It is just set. So the ones that are set is test, and the password being test again, all lowercase. So if I log in, I'm able to see the admin dashboard, as well as the welcoming saying admin test, which means to say that we are in the admin dashboard for definite, and we can see the maintaining of the platform here. So this goes on to the test specification of the admin user, in where they're able to view the report reasons. Since I've logged in, so it has passed the test specification, since we can see the report reasons. So I was doing this one is in random letters, because I was just doing it so we can have an example. So even the one that we did just a minute ago, we can see that right here, so it did update. So then going back to the test specification about an admin user, they're able to remove posts. So when an admin user removes post, it they remove the post by clicking the remove post button, and so when it's removed, they are notified to say that the post has been removed. So let's say we remove this post, and then we get a prompted message to say that the post has been successfully deleted, and then we are able to return back to the admin page, in which we see this updated onto the admin dashboard, as which is expected to say that when we return back to it, the option is not there to remove it. And if we go back to the admin user is able to, so another test specification where the admin user is able to ban a user. So when an admin user clicks on the ban users button in the admin dashboard, then it allows them to have a message returned back to them to say that the user's been banned. So if we click for the ID of an account previously made, so if we ban the user, we receive a message to say that the user's account has been banned successfully. So if we sign out of here, and then we're back into the main login user page, and we try to log in with the account that's just been banned, so misspell for the username and then misspell for the password, and we log in, you get the notification to say that we're banned and can't log in, which exceeds the test specification expectations, since it's been down in the database to say that it's been set through to say that the account's been banned. So with the admin test, last admin test specification about closing the blog platform, which means basically when we log out, it allows us to log out without any problems, and so we can get back to the login page for the user, as we were demonstrated before. And so the test specifications I've mentioned over this have expectedly passed.